Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose. The man who rules the world runs into the irresistible force of a man with nothing to lose in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get the regular and variant editions of John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose on Amazon.com today. A Memphis man went to his ex-girlfriend's workplace and shot her after she told him she no longer wanted to date him. Now, in this alleged incident that took place on June 8th in front of the Studio Hair Salon on the 2700 block of Kimball Avenue, 34-year-old Sherwin Newsom came to the workplace of his ex-girlfriend and wanted to confront her as related to the end of their relationship. Now, the ex-girlfriend agreed to go outside with Sherwin Newsom and talk to him as related to ending their relationship. And after the ex-girlfriend allegedly told Sherwin Newsom that the relationship was over, this is where Sherwin Newsom allegedly became irate, punched his ex-girlfriend in the face, pulled out a Draco AK-style gun, and wound up allegedly shooting her in the arm. And after shooting her in the arm, this is where law enforcement basically wound up arresting Sherwin Newsom. And after Sherwin Newsom was arrested, he basically was charged with vandalism, the use of a firearm in a dangerous felony, and attempted murder. And after being charged with this whole series of charges, Sherwin Newsom is now inside of the Shelby County Jail and held on attempted second-degree murder and held on a bond of $500,000. Now, the Memphis police see the alleged actions of Sherwin Newsom as an isolated incident, but when I take a critical examination of Sherwin Newsom's alleged actions, they fit the pattern and profile for beta males that I talk about in my book, The Man Crisis, and they also fit the pattern and profile of behavior of psycho simps that I talk about in my book, Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance. And it looks like to me that Sherwin Newsom is one of these beta males who did not know how to navigate through his emotions as related to dealing with a breakup because he possibly didn't get the proper male life skills or male survival skills to know how to deal with a situation with a woman who no longer wants anything to do with you as related to a relationship. Now, when it comes to beta males, they don't live in our world, and because they don't live in our world, they don't know how to process their feelings. No, they live in a world adjacent to ours, a rose-colored reality, and in that rose-colored reality, they don't see women as people with thoughts, feelings, or emotions. No, many beta males don't see a woman as their own person, as part of a relationship. No, what they see a woman is as a possession, and because they see her as a possession, they see her as an attachment to them. And instead of them having an interdependent relationship where the man and the woman are separate people who are coming together under God's order, these beta males basically look to have a codependent relationship with a woman. And as they have the codependent relationship with the woman, what they do is look to attach an emotional hose to that woman where they give her all the power. And as they give her all the power, this frustrates the woman who is looking for the man to lead in the relationship. And as they look for the man to lead in the relationship, this man basically following behind the woman is only following her because she's an attachment he can use for two things. One, he can use her for social currency with other men that has friends with. And two, he can use her for sexual access if she goes out and drops the skid mark jockey thong and allows him to put his carbon rod in the atomic waste reactor for nuclear fusion, and he uses that to get social currency with other men because His reason for having the relationship with a woman isn't because he loves the woman. No, it is so that he can please and appease other men. And because he wants to, again, maintain his attachment that will allow him to get brownie points and social currency with other men, this is why he wants to possess the woman. He wants to possess the woman because he doesn't love the woman. He loves what he can get from the woman. But many of these guys will think that they are good guys or nice guys, but there's nothing nice about what they're doing to that woman. They're basically using that woman to do whatever they please. And since they're using that woman to do whatever they please, they don't really care for the woman. No, they don't care for the woman, and they don't really regard that woman's feelings as related to things. So when these guys break up with a woman, they basically are angry about the situation, and they're not angry because the woman that they love rejected them. What they're angry about is that they're losing two things. They're losing the social currency they have with the fellas. They're angry about losing sexual access to the woman and access to her vagina and other body parts. That's what they're angry about. They're not angry because about the relationship ending. They're angry about the benefits they receive from the relationship ending. And again, this is different from a healthy man who deals with a breakup. A healthy man deals with a breakup by navigating through his emotions. He goes out here and yes, he has feelings of hurt about this relationship ending. And as he has those feelings of hurt, he processes those feelings. He processes those feelings by going out here, and yes, he may feel bad, but he's not going to act on those feelings. No, what he's going to do in a situation where a woman rejects him is put a period at the end of things. Put a period at the end of things because he understands that, yes, this relationship is over, but this opens the door to opportunities to be with someone who actually wants to share love with them. That's what a healthy man understands. A healthy man understands that when a woman says that she's leaving you, you are basically being blessed because you are no longer in the presence of someone who doesn't want to share love with you. And if you love them, you can let them go. Healthy men can let women go, and as they let them go, they can go on to maintain their intangibles of manhood, such as their dignity, by understanding their value as a man, their self-worth, and understanding this relationship doesn't define them, and most importantly, their freedom, the freedom and opportunity to go out here and be with someone who wants to be with you. That's what a healthy man understands. Unfortunately, when it comes to the beta male, he does not understand this because he sees that woman in an objectified manner, and because he objectifies this woman, he basically sees her like a toy or an attachment, and because he sees her like a toy or an attachment, he basically gets angry because the woman is actually expressing herself as related to her feelings, and as she expresses herself, what he does is go out and again is angry because his possession is basically going out here and turning against him, and because he sees the woman as an object, what he wants to do is destroy that woman for going out here and having the audacity to have her feelings, going out here and having the audacity to basically say, this is not the relationship for me. And that's why these men get so upset and will go out here and break boundaries, like going to a woman's workplace, go to the woman's workplace looking to do harm to that woman. And that's basically what Sherwin Newsom was doing, looking to go to the workplace of this woman to do harm to her, not really thinking about his more important intangibles like his freedom. No, all he was doing was looking to sate the hurt feelings he had by looking to hurt this woman who he wanted to possess. He wanted to hurt this woman who he wanted to possess, and that's the reason why he came there with this 8K style Draco gun. Again, look to take the life of this woman. Look to take the life of this woman for basically saying no, she didn't want to be in a relationship with him, not understanding that's the choice a woman can make, and it's her right to make that choice. And as a man, what you have to do is accept that she made this choice, accept that she made a choice that she doesn't want to be with you, and basically charge her to the game and move on with your life. That's what a healthy man does. He basically, when a woman says, hey, I don't want anything to do with you, put a period at the end of things, let her get her stuff if she's got stuff at your place, and basically just after you let her get her stuff, go on about your business. Go on about your business. And again, as you go on about your business, you will gain respect from the world because you have the resolve to basically walk away from this woman, and charge this woman to the game. And as you charge this woman to the game, you just keep it moving because there's other opportunities to be with women who actually want to be with you. But sadly, Sherwin Newsom won't run into any of those women because he was caught up in his feelings about this one. And as he got caught up in his feelings about this one, what happened is he got arrested and booked in the Shelby County Jail. And he will possibly be on his road to prison because if he did this outside of the store and they've got cameras, they have hard evidence of him that possibly will lead to his conviction. And instead of him worrying about the woman who left him, he'll have to worry about fending off the advances of Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles as they look to make those advances on him as they trade him for Little Debbie snack cakes, ramen noodles, packets of Crystal Light lemonade, packets of Crystal Light tea, off-brand fruit punch, off-brand grape drink, off-brand lemon light drink, off-brand fruit punch, off-brand apple juice, off-brand vanilla cookies, off-brand Oreo cookies, off-brand duplex cookies, off-brand lemon cookies, off-brand ginger snaps, off-brand vanilla wafers, off-brand chocolate chip cookies, prison chips, packets of soy sauce, packets of sriracha sauce, packets of honey mustard, packets of beef, packets of tuna, packets of soy sauce, Fritos chips, Hunt snack pack puddings, Kit Kat candy bars, Hershey bars, jalapeno peppers, hot and sour pickles. I mean, basically, dude is going to go from pining for a girl, from looking to try to avoid dealing with Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles as he sacrifices his dignity, trading himself for commissary, and as they trade him for commissary, filling up the front side and the back side with summer sausage. And as they fill up the front side and the back side with summer sausage, basically after they finish filling him up with that sausage, Mr. Sprinkles is going to come in and wind up spraying the front side and the back side with his special sauce. And after they spray the back side and the front side with the special sauce, Mr. Sprinkles is going to grab the cheeks, call all the guys from Cell Block 7D to come in and check out his handiwork as he splits the cheeks open and shows dude's backside looking like the inside of a Louisiana crunch cake. And that's basically where Sherwin Newsom will realize how much he sacrificed just to get even with a woman, and again sacrificed his freedom to get even with a woman who basically wanted to move on. And again, instead of him being able to move on, he will be dealing with the moves of those guys inside of Cell Block D, dealing with their moves because he didn't know how to move on. And that's a lesson that many beta males have to learn the hard way. They have to learn the hard way inside of the penitentiary, have to learn the hard way inside of the penitentiary because these men do not know how to end a relationship because beta males are the worst as related to ending relationships. Other men know when it's over. Yeah, you're gonna hurt for a while, but you gotta navigate through the hurt and go on with your life. You gotta navigate through your life and get through the hurt because there are more important things in life to deal with, and there are more important things in life to deal with, like maintaining your freedom so that you can have an opportunity to be able to have that relationship with a woman, have a relationship with a woman who wants to reciprocate with you, because the more you focus on the woman who left, the more you're going to wind up putting your life in jeopardy. And what's happening to this guy right now is, again, he's inside of the county jail. Inside the county jail, going from being a free man to a man whose life is going to be in crisis for an extended period of time, and now dealing with a felony on his record, as related to things. Again, this is what happens to a lot of guys out here. And what's happening here is that dude didn't understand how important it is to maintain your freedom. And again, the woman basically said that she shared her story on social media, telling women to get out of abusive relationships, and was almost loved to death. And it was almost loved to death by this beta male who didn't know how to love a woman, because he didn't love that woman. He wanted to possess that woman. And because he wanted to possess this woman, he wound up a man who wound up going from being a free man to a man who's on his way to going to the penitentiary, and a man who's going to wind up another tragic man in crisis. Now, if you want to learn more about what leads to males like this winding up participating in this kind of behavior, and how to identify this behavior in a man, so you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com, so you can learn how to identify this kind of man and avoid this kind of male and his dysfunctional behavior. And if you want to learn how to break out of this paradigm of dysfunctional behavior, you can pick up my book, Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, on Amazon.com, along with The Man Crisis. And both of those books will help you understand the dysfunctional behavior of these kind of men and what motivates them to participate in this type of destructive behavior. And if you want to see me make more videos about the Man Crisis, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, The Man Crisis. Learn why so many men are struggling to find their way in an increasingly gynocentric world in The Man Crisis. Get your copy of The Man Crisis in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.